Hi everyone, welcome back to the Moody Dreamer channel. I have another art supplies review today, and it's with a set that I don't really see a ton of reviews about, but I know a lot of people love this set, and it is the Caran D'ache Pablo pencil set. In all honesty, the pencils don't get as much use as I wish they did, and this review is the perfect opportunity to use them. The pencils themselves are sold in sets, but you can also buy them open stock and individually on ℉𝒽𝒾𝒶𝓁𝓈. And I will be working with the 72 set, for which the colors are displayed right here at the bottom of the screen. I really love that the pencils are hex shaped. I love that they're capped and the lead is centered, so you won't have to worry about breakage. They're also glued, and here is a rolling test to show you how the hexagonal shape stops them from rolling and makes it easier in general to grip and use. I recommend using a sharpener that has a helical blade, just because it allows for the blade to sharpen without putting too much stress on the actual pencil, just like with this X-Acto desk hand crank sharpener I have here. And as you can see, a wonderful point is created with the sharpener. Materials for this review will of course be the Caran D'ache Pablo colored pencils, the 18 set, a Strathmore toned gray sketchbook, a pen eraser, the sharpener, Odorless Turpenoid, and a brush. And depending on if you are selling this work or just keeping it for yourself, the brush and pencil TouchUp texture and titanium white is recommended for highlights or craft paint. Today's reference photo was found on Pexels.com, a website that offers free stock images that you can download and donate to the original artist if you are able to. So highly recommended, and all this information will be available in the description box, so check that out below. With all that being said, let's get started with this review. The first topic I wanted to discuss about these pencils is the formula. They are considered to be the oil formula among the Caran D'ache line, especially compared to the Luminance pencils. And compared to the Luminance, they are a much more harder pencil and do hold a point much longer. But if you are to compare them to the Polychromos, which are also considered an oil-based pencil, I would not compare them to that. They are nowhere near as hard as that pencil. The color laydown is actually very similar to a Prismacolor. And in a lot of ways, they perform like a Prismacolor that holds a point. And those are my initial impressions of the pencil. The other topic I wanted to discuss is the Lightfast rating, which may not apply to all artists, but definitely to artists who sell their work, who sell their original works. So when you go to their website, if you go to the Luminance section, it says right away that they ascribe to the ASTM-D, but when you go to the Pablo section, it doesn't really say. So I'm not 100% sure if they ascribe to the ASTM-D or if they ascribe to the blue wool scale or the gray scale. But I do know that a majority of the pencils, if you do buy the 120 set, are Lightfast, with 45 being a 3-star rating, which is best, 69 being a fair rating, and that's, you know, the second 2 stars, and the 1 star being poor, with only 6 being poor. So as long as you keep this out of direct sunlight, you can make a drawing that will last 100 or more years. With them being considered a more oil-based pencil, you can put down quite a few layers and not get any wax bloom, which is wonderful. I could have kept going and going and going. However, I am going to use Turpenoid to smooth out the colors just so we can see how they react to that on this paper. I also know that a lot of people do reviews on, white paper, and they also do swatches. but I feel like so many people have swatched these pencils and all that good stuff that I'd rather recommend those people, which will also be in the description box, than swatch them. Also, when I do artwork or whenever I want to use a pencil, the best way for me to get to know a pencil is to just use it in artwork immediately. Another thing I love about these pencils is that the color of the barrel matches the color that comes out of the pencil perfectly. So that also makes it easier and also makes it so that you don't necessarily have to swatch out the colors if you don't have the time, because the color of the actual wood is very, very close, if not spot on, to the color that comes out of the pencil. So when I blend with my Turpenoid, I like to do almost like a dry brush effect, just because you don't want the pigment to move around to the point where you're seeing the paper again. You just want the pigment to blend in with the color next to it, you know, so that you're not always asking the viewer to optically blend your colors, but now you actually have like a nice organic blend, almost like a painterly effect. And honestly, I could have kept layering with this drawing. I did stop at a certain point, but I could have kept going and going and going and going to get that really ultra hyper realism look. But I wanted to, you know, keep going and use the pencils and do other stuff. With that being said, I would recommend these pencils to the professional artists and art students and the enthusiasts. Enthusiast is somebody who really loves colored pencils and, you know, maybe is a professional artist or isn't a professional artist but still uses color pencils, still likes to do artwork, maybe sells work on the side. I wouldn't really recommend this to any type of crafter or hobbyist or anybody who, you know, loves to do color pencil but, you know, isn't trying to frame their artwork or isn't really too caught up in that type of stuff. The price point of these is a little high, and I definitely recommend these for people who love to draw, you know, who just love to draw, who love to draw in color and love to sell their work. And, you know, if you're a crafter or even if you're a mixed media artist, you could get some wonderful work out of these, but it's probably better to go with a product that is meant to be used with other materials, whereas these are sort of like meant to like shine on their own and maybe used with other color pencils, of course, you know, but that's who I would recommend these for. I love these pencils. I love everything that they do. I wish I could use them more often, but I only have this 18 set and you know, it's like I love them so much and, you know, it's like I don't want them to like go away. But I love these pencils and I love what they can do. Just with this 18 set, you can get a lot of cool and interesting artwork done. I didn't really get to use the greens as much as I wanted to, so I might do a part 2 to this drawing and, you know, maybe put in a few more flowers here and there to really, you know, get to use the greens. But every pencil performed wonderfully. There was no scratchiness. I didn't have any issues, like I said, blending any of them. In the beginning, initially, I was using the white to blend a lot of stuff out, which is a wonderful thing. That's what a lot of people do with their drawings. They use that white or they use a colorless blender, and the white worked perfectly, but it also was able to become opaque too. So these pencils work wonderfully glazing. They also work wonderfully opaque. So highly recommend these pencils, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did enjoy this, please go ahead and check out some other artwork and some other reviews. I should have some more reviews coming out soon. I also did another eye drawing that I really enjoyed, and it's honestly the one that made me want to do this review. So you guys will be able to see that drawing at the end as well. And here are the finishing touches. Please go ahead, like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video and if you do enjoy my artwork. And I hope to see you guys back on my channel. Once again, it's Moody Dreamer, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye!